So the live on BOLO V&R clips. BOLO V&R clips. Everybody, wanna share up that live there. Yeah, man. We want to put back some energy in this live. Share up this live. We are gonna break this down. Please, thank you, Denise. Share up this live. We are gonna break this down. We are gonna break down what Andrew Jonas just said a while ago.
50 residents in hurricane-ravaged parishes have received payments of $500,000 under the government's Restoration of Owner or Occupant Family Shelters Roofs program so far. And as more persons get help, the government has tasked the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, to identify any instances of fraud in the initiative. After months of waiting post-Hurricane Melissa, the government has begun the disbursement of financial assistance to Jamaicans whose homes were damaged or destroyed. Under the $10 million roofs program, payments for severe damage valued at up to $500,000 have officially commenced.
The government has also issued so far to 50 persons who have been assessed as having severe damage. So far, since we have started, which was just today, 50 persons have gotten their $500,000 grant to restore their roof.
Households with primarily senior citizens have also received their disbursement through direct deposit.
Already, the government has distributed 1,234 grants under the roofs program, and they have done this by direct transfers, meaning it has gone from the bank account of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security into the bank accounts of the 1,234 beneficiaries.
And a further 20 Jamaicans received prepaid cards with their disbursements. Dr. Holness says with all payment modalities now activated, the government is fully prepared to disburse funds to help all types of damage. In the meantime, to prevent fraud, Dr. Holness has tasked the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, to provide some oversight.
We have to check that it got a grant, that you actually use it for the purpose you got the grant for. And that you're not defrauding the government. I want to sound the warning clearly that if you get the grant, the portion of the grant that is directed at your roof, fix your roof, start your roof.
Jamaica, wanna like up the live and share up the live for me, please. Let me see if I can get moms on the phone. Because I tell her say, I don't know, yeah, man. I don't know, Rasta. I need one second opinion. Maybe me a overreact. Maybe me a overreact. Hopefully she's available. If not, I can move on. Look like she's not available at all. Let me see if I can get this person. We have intimate knowledge about the case. The man have intimate knowledge about the case. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Oh, shit, call ended. Oh. Guess him busy. Alright. So, I'm going to ask Andrew one some question. I'm going to ask Andrew one some question. Andrew Honest, you want the people to make sure say them use the money for what them cinema gonna use the money for. And if them don't use the money for what cinema use it for, you consider it fraud because them lie. So if them take the money with them to fix the roof and fix the wall, that means them lie and them fraud you because them never use the money for what them supposed to use it for. If them fix the toilet, them fraud you. Right? Full context. That's all. Alright. How do you explain the Integrity Commission report where a certain loan that you received, Andrew, a certain loan that you received, when investigated according to the Integrity Commission, the collateral, there was three different things that you put up for that loan. 3 different things. And when it was discovered by the Integrity Commission, it is said that 2 of the things they didn't own until after you get the money for the loan. So, I want to ask, is that fraud? Who remember the loan I talk about, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's Barita. Or one of them. But I don't want to call the wrong name. I don't want to call the wrong name. That's why I'm going to try to call Mr. Byron a while ago. Because, as a matter of fact, the Gleaner did an editorial on it. The Gleaner had done an editorial on it. It's months after. He basically used the same money according to the report. He used the same money to buy the property and the shares now on company. Remember, whole heap of shares now on company. So, how do you get a loan using collateral that you don't have, you don't own, and then you use the loan and buy the things that you said you had on the loan, and then use the rest of the money for whatever you use it for? Isn't that fraud, Andrew? Isn't that fraud? Somebody answer me. Where labor right then there? Hold on there. Google. Andrew Holness report. IC report on unsecured loan. Let me see if I can find one article. The Integrity Commission investigative report regarding Prime Minister Andrew Holness tabled September 2024 highlighted several financial irregularities, including concerns surrounding a $50 million unsecured loan by one of his companies, Imperium Investments, from Barita Investments. Here are the details. The loan, IC report noted that the Imperium Investment Company linked to owners and his business partner obtained a $50 million unsecured loan from Barita. Recommendations for probe: due concerns about the funding and operations of the company associated with the Prime Minister. The IC recommended that the Financial Services Commission investigate this $50 million loan. Broader financial issues. The investigation highlights that the massive movement of the funds deposited and withdrawn exceeding hundreds of millions, blah blah blah. Unexplained growth, no criminal charges recommended, bank. Alright, so I want to focus on this loan right here, so this unsecured loan. See, me can find one article from the Gleaner. Gleaner article explaining see me can find that. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that. I know I read an article from the Gleaner that spoke directly about that situation. See? Let me see if we can obtain the details. Because trust me, this is incredible. Can't believe say Andrew tell the people them say them need to make sure say the $500,000 what them a get. Right? Them a do it, them a use it for it's supposed to use for. Hard the 75, whatever money them a get, right? All right. And you know, say I know this. This is our next one, you know. This is our next one. He revealed that the loan amounted in question is 24 was used to it is. Thank you, I'm find it. Let us read, ladies and gentlemen. Let us read. Mighty God, I need to start this article. See it here? See it here? I find it. I find it. Because them now gonna say BOLO spread misinformation, you know. Let us get the actual something right here.
The Integrity Commission has recommended that the Financial Services Commission, FSC,
Listen to this.
investigate Barita Investments Limited's $50 million loan to a company owned by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, citing concerns about the firm's practices. The Commission, Jamaica's main anti-corruption body, flagged potential irregularities in the loan process, raising concerns about Barita's risk assessment and approval practices. Barita is a subsidiary of Cornerstone Financial Holdings Limited. The loan was granted to Imperium Investments on March 18, 2021, with 10 million shares in Daraman Trading Limited pledged as collateral, alongside a legal mortgage on a property reportedly owned by Imperium and an insurance policy.
Pause. I want you guys to write that down. The loan, right, that he got March 18, 2021, right? He used $10 million shares in Daraman Trading Limited as collateral, alongside a legal mortgage on a property reportedly owned by Imperium. And the insurance policy, ladies and gentlemen, those are three things. Three things was used to get the $50 million loan as collateral. Follow me now. Continue.
Policy. However, Director of Investigations, Kevin Stevenson, revealed that when the loan was issued, Imperium did not own the Dairyman shares, which cost approximately $25 million.
So, the $10 million shares in Dairyman Trading Limited, that was used as collateral to get the $50 million loan. Andrew Holness, it says here, according to Kevin Stevens, that Imperium did not own the shares. How in a God's green earth, them use the collateral for the shares and don't own it? It gets worse. It gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue. This is the man that is telling people that, listen, no fraud around here, no. No fraud around here.
$25 million. He revealed that of the loan amount in question, $24,999,998 and 40 cents was used to purchase the Dairyman shares, and the remaining $24,781,982.79 was later transferred on November 10, 2021, to an NCB account belonging to Imperium.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the loan was given March 18, 2021. The Dairyman shares, according to the report, was bought by the $50 million loan. Jesus have mercy, Father God. And you want to say people have enough of fraud. $25 million almost. $25 million, you know, for the Dairyman shares, you know, was bought November 10th, 2021, and the remaining amount of money from the $50 million loan was sent to an NCB account that is owned by Imperium, the company where Andrew own in a Jesus name. Father God, come down and take a case. This is the same man. What said this? Where am there? Where am there? This is the same man who said this.
Prepare to disburse funds to help all types of damage. In the meantime, to prevent fraud, Dr. Holness has tasked the major organized government is fully prepared to disburse funds to help all types of damage. In the meantime, to prevent fraud, Dr. Holness has helped all types of damage. In the meantime, to prevent fraud, Dr. Holness has helped all types of damage. In the meantime, to prevent fraud, Dr. Holness has tasked the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA to provide some oversight.
We have to check that if you got a grant, that you actually use it for the purpose you got the grant for.
Jamaica, I'm done, you know? I'm done. Down is up and up is down. I am done. I am done. I am done. How do you get a loan from Barita Investment? By putting up collateral that you don't own. And then buy the collateral with the money where you get from borrow. Bro, in what world does this happen, bro? In what world does this happen? And this is the IC report, you know. Not my word. That's why I make sure I go look for it, you know. Not my word. Nobody can come and say, oh, Bolo spread misinformation and disinformation. No, 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 Lucy. No, no, no. Not that nonsense. Yes. Dana Morris Dixon. Me ready for no. Me ready for no, man. Ready for no. Ready for no. Ready for no. Because this don't make no sense. What is this, man? Right? This don't make no sense. How is it Andrew Honest is talking about fraud and calling Mocha to check on people, make sure you fix the roof with the money. Don't buy a lot with the money and win hundreds of millions of dollars. Make sure I roof you fix. And we will be looking into it. Andrew Honest. But that is gonna hear me now. Guys, Imperium put up collateral of $10 million shares in Derryman Trading Limited, which they did not own. Them get the loan March 18, 2021. Them buy the $10 million shares out of the $50 million loan November. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months after. 8 months after, ladies and gentlemen. 8 months after, according to the Auditor General report. So what now tell me, say, this a man can talk to people about fraud. How did we allow this man to even run in the election? Jamaica, you don't want change? I don't want the corruption to continue and just until you reach one place when you realize it, when you make a terrible decision. This is unbelievable, bro. Furthermore, to add insult to injury, this is the man that in his affidavit, hold on there, Deon Jackson Miller. Andrew Holness affidavit. Deon Jackson Miller. Da da dee, da da da. Na 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 na.
Hi, so in today's video, we're going to continue to go through court documents filed by Prime Minister Andrew Holness in his application to the court to apply for leave to apply for judicial review of actions and decisions of the Integrity Commission. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Deon Jackson Miller. Stay tuned. So in my previous 2 videos, I went through the affidavit filed by Mr. Holness in which he sets out his version of what. All right. Today I'm going to take you through the notice of application for court orders. These are the different things he's asking the court to do if he is successful and gets permission to apply for judicial review. So let's get into it. So he is asking for leave to apply for judicial review of a number of things. The failure and or refusal of the Director of Information and Complaints to act impartially, fairly and independently to carry out his duty to examine the 2022 and 2023 statutory declarations of Mr. Holness. So if you remember, Initially, what happened was that Mr. Holness filed his 2021 declaration. That was referred for investigation. And then the Director of Investigation started to look beyond 2021. As a result, the Director of Information and Complaints, who's due two declaration. So Mr. Holness is now asking for a review of the Director of 2023 statutory declaration, the Director of Information and Complaints and or the Integrity Commission to certify his 2021 and 2020 failure and or refusal of the Director of Information and Complaints and or the Integrity Commission to certify his 2021 and 2022 declarations and or reasons for being unable to certify them. With regard to all the circumstances of the case, including that there is no statement of reasonable suspicion of corruption or an offense under the Integrity Commission Act. In addition, he says they made no recommendation or reference to the Director of Corruption Prosecution on the remaining matters in the report. In other words, a reference to the Director of Corruption Prosecutions was only in relation to the 4 bank accounts that had been left off the statutory declaration. Mr. Holness is saying none of the other issues that were being investigated were sent to her for a ruling. He wants a review of their failure to observe the statutory scheme of the Integrity Commission Act in relation to their respective functions. Also, of the decision of the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission to send the report to Parliament. Also, their decision to recommend that the 3 companies associated with Mr. Holness be referred to Tax Administration Jamaica and the Financial Investigations Division. Also, the decision to continue or keep the investigation for illicit enrichment open in relation to Mr. Holness's 2021 declaration, notwithstanding findings or conclusions that for the year 2021, there was negative net growth of 10.4 million, or that there is no unexplained growth. Also, he wants review of the decision to keep the investigation open in relation to his 2022 declaration, notwithstanding findings or conclusions that for that year, there was negative net growth of 5.3 million, or otherwise no unexplained growth. He also wants a review of the Director of Investigation's finding that Mr. Holness's lawful objection is a refusal to provide information which inhibited the Director's ability to make a comprehensive and final assessment of Mr. Holness's assets, liabilities, and income. He wants a review of their failure to disclose the basis for the investigation apart from Section 14.5. Now, the document says of the Integrity Commission Act. That's an error. There is no 14.5 in the Integrity Commission Act. They mean the Corruption Prevention Act, where 14.5 is a section that deals with illicit enrichment. He wants...
Want to hear that? Let me go back.
Apart from Section 14.5. Now, the document says of the Integrity Commission Act. That's an error. There is no 14.5 in the Integrity Commission Act. They mean the Corruption Prevention Act, where 14.5 is a section that deals with illicit enrichment. He wants review of their decision to proceed with the investigation on a basis other than Section 14.5. He wants review of what he calls the impermissible commingling of the relationship and or functions of and amongst the divisions of the Commission and the Commission, resulting in a conflict of interest and or abdication of duty on the part of the directors and the Commission. Let me just say this. So I'm reading from the court documents, obviously. Just remember, though, that what I'm reading is what Mr. Holness is claiming. We still have to see what the Integrity Commission is going to say, and then, of course, what the court will decide at the end of it. So just to give an example, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So when I say, for instance, that he wants review of the respondent's failure to observe the procedure laid down in the Integrity Commission Act for examining, initiating an investigation, and or certifying his statutory declarations, that is what he's claiming. The Integrity Commission is going to respond to see whether or not they agree or disagree with that claim, and then the judge will make a determination at some point. All right, so just want to be clear on that. He wants a review. He wants a review of what he calls the refusal and or delay to examine his 2022 and 2023 declarations and or to certify his 2021 declaration, and he's calling it an arbitrary, unreasonable, irrational exercise of their duties. He wants a review of the Integrity Commission for what he calls failing to observe the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act in relation to the procedure for treating with or directing an investigation into the 2021 declaration. He wants a review into the Director of Investigation's failure to observe the statutory scheme of the Act, which includes Section 54(2) that required the termination of the investigation and to issue a report of its findings to the Commissioner through the Executive Director. He wants a review of the Director of Investigations and the Integrity Commission's failure to recommend and or issue a public exoneration of culpability when the first investigation into his 2021 declaration ended, as he's saying is required by Section 54(5). And he said they improperly included its details in the report that was sent to Parliament so that the benefit of exculpation is lost. Meaning he wasn't able to benefit from any material that was favorable to him. He wants a review into the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission's failure to recommend and or issue a public exoneration of culpability, having not formed any reasonable suspicion of corruption or offense under the Integrity Act. He wants a review of what he calls the misuse of private information of him and the companies by disclosing their private information in a manner that he says is prejudicial to their rights and interests. He wants a review of what he calls their failure and or refusal at notification that there was an investigation pursuant to the Section 14(5) dealing with illicit enrichment and to communicate to Mr. Holness the wealth element of an illicit enrichment investigation. All right, some of these are very similar, so I'm not going to go through all of them. All right. I'll just show you the page so you can see how many there are. He wants a review of what he calls the Integrity Commission's misuse of the Integrity Commission Act to table a special report in Parliament and to make improper and unlawful recommendations to Parliament and or the Financial Investigations Division and the Tax Administration Department. He wants a review of the referral to Parliament for tabling of the matters in the report, except for the matters relating to the 4 accounts, because that was the matter in which the Direction of Corruption Prosecution said there should be no charges. He wants a review of what he calls their unlawful and unfair expansion of the investigation from his 2021 declaration to include the 2019, 2020, 2022, and 2023 declarations and subsequently submission for tabling in Parliament. He wants a review of the findings, conclusions, decisions, and or recommendations made in relation to himself and the 3 companies by the Director of Investigation contained in the investigation report. He wants a review of the findings and or conclusion that there's a potential conflict of interest between him and Norman Brown. He wants a review of what he calls their acts and or decisions to consider irrelevant facts.
Norman Brown, I'm my friend and business partner, you know. And him don't see a conflict of interest in that. With him being in the office of the Prime Minister and spearheading. And guess what they're in business doing? Real estate. And guess which 2 agencies the man are run? We have to deal with contract awarding for building contracts. Clear corruption. Clear corruption.
And or to refuse to consider relevant facts in carrying out their investigation, preparing, considering, and submitting the reports for tabling. And he wants a review of what he calls their usurping of the functions of the court in lifting the corporate veil and in the approach and procedure adopted, the analysis, recommendations, and conclusions in relation to the offense of illicit enrichment. And he's talking here about the fact that the Director of Investigation said that because Mr. Holness's affairs, as well as the affairs of the company Imperium, which is wholly owned by him, are so intertwined that he had to consider them both together. Mr. Holness wants a review of that decision. So this is what he wants. He wants what is called an order of certiorari, quashing the report and the findings and recommendations of the Director of Investigation and or the Integrity Commission. I'm not going to go through all of these because they're very similar. What he's asking for is an order to quash the report and the findings and recommendations of the report on various bases. All right? So I'm going to go down now. He also wants what is called an order of mandamus. This is an order that says from the court that says you have to do something. So he wants an order compelling the Director of Information and Complaints to examine his 2022 and 2023 statutory declaration. He wants an order compelling the Director of Investigation to recommend to the Integrity Commission that he should be exonerated of culpability in relation to the 2021 and 2022 declarations. He wants a declaration that the submission of the reports to Parliament, except for matters relating to the 4 accounts, was unlawful and or illegal.
So Andrew didn't want the court to demand the High Integrity Commission to certify those years that they are investigating. He doesn't want them to investigate it. I wonder why.
Wants a declaration that having regard to the fact that there was no statement or no statement of reasonable suspicion of corruption in relation to the matters referred to Parliament in the report and the special report, there being no reference to the Director of Corruption.
What's up, Unique? How you doing? Are you gone already? Don't tell me say you come in the chat and don't say hi. No. Don't tell me say you come in the chat and don't say hi.
Corruption prosecution, he wants a declaration that in those circumstances the Integrity Commission was wrong to send the reports to Parliament for tabling. Now the next few points I'm going to read, this is what I was referring to in the first video when I said I was startled at some of what was being requested. What we have here is a Prime Minister, the head of government, a legislator, asking for the dismantling, essentially, of a significant part of the legislative, the laws that are put in place to try to prevent corruption in the public sector. So let me tell you what I mean. He's asking for a declaration striking down the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, given what he calls a lack of fairness, impartiality, and independence in the exercise of the functions of the divisions and the Commission as presently structured. So he's saying here that he believes that the Commission isn't acting with fairness, impartiality, and independence, and as a result, he wants a law struck down.
Thank you.
He's also asking for a declaration that Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act is
ladies and hold on.
Unconstitutional. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment.
Andrew Owens' affidavit was geared towards removing illicit enrichment from the Integrity Commission Act. And this is the same man that is saying, yo, you see money we're going to fix on the house, make sure someone not fraud, we know. So how he want all the people when he get grant accountable. But him no want to remove the Integrity Commission illicit enrichment part of the act. Like what? Yo, favored by God. What is going on, guys? What is happening? Let me play that back again. You see how long me there wait. And I make you explain and I explain just to get to this part. We should explain this.
In the excess, exactly what I mean. He's asking for a declaration striking down the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, given what he calls a lack of fairness, impartiality, and independence in the exercise of the functions of the divisions and the Commission as presently structured. So he's saying here that he believes that the Commission isn't acting with fairness, impartiality, and independence, and as a result, he wants the law struck down. He's also asking for a declaration that Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act is unconstitutional. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to public servants, to call them to account or to create a criminal offense, perhaps I should say, if they have assets that are disproportionate to their lawful earnings. In other words, if they have a bag of things and their salary or their other earnings can't justify the expense of what it is they own.
Andrew Owens does not want to be accountable. Andrew Owens does not want to have to explain to you how he makes his money or if he made it legally or illegally. We have a prime minister like this. We want to vote back for. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And this is the same man that, this is the same man that said this. This is the same man that said this.
In the meantime, to prevent fraud, Dr. Holness has tasked the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, to provide some oversight.
We have to check that if you got a grant, that you actually use it for the purpose you got the grant for.
Yeah.
And that you're not defrauding the government. I want to sound the warning clearly. That if you get the grant,
water for me, mommy.
the portion of the grant that is erected at your roof. Fix your roof. Start your roof.
Explain your wealth. Make sure so you're not a thief. And I be with Prime Minister. Go and explain the wealth so you can certify. Telling people about they must fix them roof with the money. And don't fraud the government. Huh? Can you believe this, man? Me say me can't, hey, something, alright?
And they can't give a satisfactory explanation as to how it is they have those assets. The Prime Minister wants that section of the Corruption Prevention Act struck down. He says it breaches the presumption of innocence. He says it imposes a reverse burden, a reverse onus. What that means is that as part of the process of proving the offense of illicit enrichment is that you, the person suspected of illicit enrichment, have to provide a satisfactory explanation as to how you have the assets.
My sister, I am live. My sister, I am live. Me dey on the live. What happened? Hold on. No, man, me didn't want to talk to you on the live. Where's the moment? Hold on the answer. Where's it? I'll be nice today now. Okay, you know what say? Me there, I look over this thing where Andrew say. He must say what? He want the people to use the money for don't defraud the government.
Yeah.
So you know, say me go back in the IC report and the affidavit.
Yeah.
No this. No, me there all the article me go for. You remember the Barita loan?
Yes, the 50 million.
March 18, 2021. The man get the money. November 2020, November 10th, 2021. The man buy the asset, the $10 million shares. The same $10 million shares in the company where him say, where Imperium said them having.
Yeah.
Where him put up as collateral, you know.
Yeah.
No, this Jamaica is not a real place.
Not
And
a
then,
real place.
and then me go back to the affidavit now and I play Dean Jackson Miller, where the man literally wanted to strike down the part of the Integrity Commission Act that have him needing to explain his wealth, but him want people to make sure so they not fraud the government or some little grant. Hey, this a man unbelievable on Isabel Rose.
75.
This a man a normal.
Make sure so they not defraud the government.
Eh?
The man has set up MOCA. A straight MOCA, straight resources.
Yo,
The man a one diabolical deal.
yo, the man is dangerous. Yo, it's like the man, sorry, say him have to give people him the money.
The man stop. Look here, and every one of them a get nothing. Make that deal.
Mighty God.
And every one of them a get damage, I get nothing. Make that deal.
Hey, if Andrew could have got some babs, you know, and say, all right, here we go on. What you need for the house? We are going to procure it through there so and make sure so them get the money. If he could have done that, he do it, you know.
Yeah.
So if physical money not going to have people, and you know, I want the wickedest Prime Minister I've ever seen. I'm like,
No.
yo.
Physical money not going to them, and it's like them. The money gone to maybe some hardware places and stuff wherever they would have get
So,
material there. And that's for the money gone to
no, so why?
physical cash, you know.
So why am I going to say? Make sure so they use the money for that.
Then it may try to show you because he must say them can take the material and sell it and rare. So,
Oh,
rare.
okay.
That's it. Just stay there. I make you think him talk about vouchers this big.
Whoa. My God.
Just stay there. And terrible, brother.
You can't
But
believe
yet
this.
still him steady take a charity money. 32,000 US the man take and buy a personal bag. And put it up to the city. Why never set both upon himself?
Whoa. Whoa.
all in the name of charity.
Wow.
They're criminal, them man.
The
Run
man,
criminal
the
organization.
man really have the audacity to talk about fraud.
And him have the audacity to talk about fraud and him still uncertified. Still uncertified, and then you have the millions them that say the IC never find nothing. Then I don't see you done so, brother. I don't see well thinking people at the buy and them, the loans of them, the PD, TV, all of the social media warriors them. Aromatic them man, they don't you done so that's the whole of it. I see one way and then I see another way. Oh, they mean IC not find nothing. Yo, brother.
Hey.
I'm going to read out to him, lick them with some. I know I'm going to hear them about out for the 7% increase when them get for light bill, you know.
Everybody quiet.
Them alone are ball out, you know. Them silent, you know.
Everybody quiet.
Yeah?
You see a man, you see a man will say, he might go bring the big energy
Energy plant.
plant.
Any fool them government. Any government this.
What?
Get the people for fool. Eh? Him lawyer them a right to FID for update. Like him send him case the FID.
And like I said, the FID can't communicate to them about that.
Yeah.
So why lawyer would I even ask that? Them don't know the law.
Then I try that is the point to me that try to get that when we touch on it in our video, because me I say, how can this be? Oh, you see a right to an investigative body, what state? Eh?
My God.
When you know under the law you're not supposed to can do it, then it's me and the investigation, I put a right to the investigative police, them and ask them to update them. If somebody case. Oh, man, tell you, say, Jamaica is really not a real place. Remember me tell you that. People them sit up too long, brother. Someone have to go.
You wonder if we stop the commentary on this, you know, yeah.
I want it for time to sit down and me I wonder, but we need it, we still have to pressure them because that them want, you know. That them want.
Right? I'm going to do some video and tell the people them how to plant some pumpkin and if war start, some survival skills and this, yeah, man. Brother, I see all people them eyes still lock.
No.
No.
And I told them me and I went in a whole conversation about the same thing. I said, boy, look how to preach, how to show and tell the people how to preach. People come here and go through the things and I take to it and look how to preach. And where the people have the people have still let them use.
You see, Andrew make sure tell him from after Hurricane Moise, say, listen, some promises we're not going to fulfill.
Him not going to do some morning, brother. You and I know. If I use Hurricane Moise excuse, that's how him use the burial every day. When people grow, other countries' economy grow after burial.
Exactly.
Man sickening, brother.
Right?
There, brother, on the road.
But me see a preacher they feel that now when they go to church and the people say repent and they not repent. Virgin, me have a new appreciation for the men and women of God way. I beckon on behalf of the kingdom. Now me understand how they feel when me there so. Because somebody come to my life and talk about in regards to the whole using of the NHT. Say PMP use the NHT. I say, brother. My brother named George Allen on TikTok. I say, brother, did you look up the reason why Mama P did have to use the NHT fund?
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
Them not read nothing. Be here to them say. When she come and challenge the ball, PNP set back the country in the 19th meltdown, set back the country 30 years. That is the argument where the man been talking of. So them not read and do not research to themselves. Whatever the man say or whatever none of the JLP, MP, them and the operatives them say and that them work with. Them not study, them not read, them not do nothing.
Wow.
And them look foolish and they want to challenge their part. So me have to tell the sir and I say, look here, the best stuff actually started from in the 80s and that's here going on. And them banking friend, them and them business people mash up the and start the meltdown, you know. I don't ask the government to release the full report and stop doing the redacted report and piece of report. You don't want to pay people they can demand that, you know? Them nah, them don't. Them not asking for that.
What?
People them stick them
I want quick Google search, my Google search, and anything come up with Mama Peter.
Yeah. Quick Google search. Not people that they can't do.
And the man said, and the same thing, the JLP I use it for. I say, what? We don't have the same problem them how they have them that time. The Mama P fixed that already.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? But these are the things they do.
They shouldn't be.
But we really appreciate the calling back, Mama. Respect.
Alright, they shouldn't be.
Yeah, man, later. Alright, people. Why me don't know ya, man? I don't know.
Or you could be guilty of the offense. So that's what's called a reverse burden, that it's not just about the prosecution proving anything in this case. You have to prove something as well if you're to defend yourself. A reverse burden is not the norm, but it is not unusual either in certain types of legislation that are put in to fight different types of crime. Another time we can talk more about that. He also wants a section struck down saying it breaches his due process rights. He wants a declaration that the commission infringe his and the company's rights to fair procedures or natural justice and due process because of what he calls the impermissible intermingling of or lack of fairness, impartiality, and independence of the functions of the Director of Information and Complaints, the Director of Investigation, and the Integrity Commission. He wants a declaration that the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission acted ultra vires the law, meaning outside their powers, in referring the matter in relation to two of the companies for investigation to the Financial Investigation Division. He wants a declaration or order that by disclosing the contents or subject matter of its investigation, including private information of him and the companies, and by referring it to the Financial Investigation Division, that the Director of Investigation and the Commission breached his and the company's reasonable expectation of privacy as guaranteed by the Constitution. He wants a declaration that they were entitled to notice of the decision or to a hearing before the recommendation of the Director of Investigation was accepted, including whether to send the report to Parliament, to Tax Admin, or to the Financial Investigation Division. He wants a declaration that the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission acted in breach of natural justice and or the Constitution, since they were entitled, him and the companies, were entitled to a hearing before recommendations were made that were adverse to their rights and interests. He wants an order that the investigation by any competent authority should end, and or that it would be unfair to continue the investigation in all the circumstances of this case. So he's asking for any investigation that may now be underway, we don't know, by the Financial Investigation Division and or Tax Administration Division, or indeed any other law enforcement agency or investigation agency. He's asking for an order that those investigations come to an end. He's also asking for a declaration and or an order setting aside the investigation report and the special report on the basis that the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission usurp the functions of the court by unlawfully piercing the corporate veil. He wants a declaration that the process used by the Director of Investigation in conducting his investigation was unfair, unreasonable, and irrational. He wants a declaration that Mr. Holness's legitimate expectations that the Director of Investigation would have observed the principles of natural justice and procedural fairness in conducting the investigation. He's saying those principles were breached. It's basically background, saying, for instance, he is the Prime Minister, the various companies are limited liability companies, the directors are public servants, and so on. So I'm not public servants and so on. I'm not going to go through all of that. So what happens in the rest of the document is that
The St. Catherine South Police are keeping a close watch on Central Village and surrounding communities amid recent activities in the area. Details in this report. Members of the St. Catherine South Police, led by Senior Superintendent Leighton Gray, along with other stakeholders, engaging with residents of Big Lane in Central Village during a walkthrough on Thursday. The community, which was once labeled a crime hotspot, recorded major gains with reduction in murders and serious crimes. But in recent weeks, some incidents within the space have sparked the interest of the police.
We want Big Lane to remain a peaceful place. We want Big Lane to remain a peaceful place. It has been like that last year, into this year, and with these few incidents, when you see so many persons decide to leave their offices and come and meet with you this evening, don't take it for granted.
At least 2 shops were firebombed in separate incidents, and since then, residents have been living in fear. In response, the police have increased their presence in the area in a bid to restore some level of calm. Our news team sought comments from residents about the tension in the area, but they were tight-lipped.
It is not our responsibility to sit back and allow things to happen before we take a step to address it. And the partnership that has been forged with the police, it is our expectation that we will continue forging those partnerships.
Meanwhile, business owners in Central Village have been forced to meet delivery trucks at the entrance of the community due to heightened fear of criminals in the area. At a town hall meeting on Thursday, the police announced plans to roll out a pilot project which will allow trucks back into the community. And Head of Operations DSP Troyville Horton issued this warning.
When these trucks come back into the community, you tell them that nobody can interfere with any one of them. And if it happens, then we're going to deal with it most decisively. And they can understand what that means. We will do what we have to do as the law permits, as the policies of the organization and the procedures allow. We will ensure that we are quick in our response.
Police them at work. Police them at work, people. I want to go back to UHWI. I'm hoping that the article actually comes up. Yeah, hoping that the article comes up.
Soon and in due season, we will be asking some questions. But for now, allow the court to run its course.
Good morning! Yes, head boy, good day. Yes.
Good day. I am totally in agreement with your statement that we should allow the court to run its course and in due time and in due season we will be asking some questions. But for now, allow the court to run its course. We don't know what's behind certain decisions in terms of the court, and so we will just wait.
So you believe that you are normally somebody who is pressing these issues, so why are you backing up today? There must be a reason for it.
No, the reason is simple. This is just only, the trial is not yet heard. So let's hear what happens to the final sentencing here, and if there's when that happens, and then I will definitely be having something to say.
All right.
But for now, I observe all comments, and I say, God is God.
Yes.
God is the greatest.
God is the greatest.
God is the greatest. And in everything, God never leaves us without a witness, and He never leaves us without an answer. Though we suffer for now, our suffering is but for a little time, but for a little while.
All right. All right.
Now, Professor,
wait, boy, I want somebody to call. Just give me check that call here, your call back. Please. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Midday Connection.
Good afternoon, Andre.
Good afternoon, my
I want to say something about Mr. Joel and Silvera.
What you want to say?
Okay? I don't think Mr. Silvera is guilty. You understand?
You don't.
From since the start of the year, the Speaker of the House has not been in Parliament, and everything should be put on hold until she's got to come back. And then when I'm looking now, they say Joel and Silvera is supposed to do the charge of murder, not manslaughter. Is it that they're charging Mr. Silvera manslaughter to get the eyes of Mrs. Holness?
Repeat that.
Is it they coming with a fake charge against Mr. Silvera saying manslaughter to cover for Mrs. Holiness?
So why everybody? What can go so?
On the title.
You sure her name is on the title?
We will know. The President Trump will find out for us very soon.
So where do you get this argument that Juliet Holness' name is on this title? Where you guys get this argument? It's a lot of
you
people.
Can't go to the. You cannot go down to the land and what's it name place to find out, but it's there.
National land.
It's not everybody like Juliet, right? It's not everybody hate Joel and Silvera. But I'm telling you, quite a few people in Jamaica hate Juliet Holness.
Mighty God.
She and her man need to leave Jamaica people for a minute.
I don't know of these allegations, Jamaica.
But I'm calling on the British High Commission. I'm calling on the Charles, King Charles. Joel and Silvera was in the country serving your army. It's time for you to come out now and talk for him. He will tell you the truth. Nobody trusts the system of Jamaica. It's corrupt. How come the DPP never get all the information about Andrew Holness' case? The Paul Buchanan and the other criminal cases, and they can't call up in the court? No. This is a front and nationwide. It has breaking news. I want to let nationwide know something this morning.
What is that?
You see the same. A nationwide put it up as breaking news. I saw the news.
Yes.
Breaking news and nationwide. So that Joel and Silvera charged for manslaughter.
Yes.
His wife is dead. So why how manslaughter coming? She's dead. Huh?
Yes, so the manslaughter part. The manslaughter
part not sitting right. Okay? Right.
All right. I hear you loud and clear.
Take care.
You all right, caller? The manslaughter part not sitting right. This is what is for me. Hello, good afternoon. This is Midday Connections. Welcome, Shock Shaman, sir.
Yeah, Andre, good afternoon. Me, I say same thing with a lady say. I wonder if it's a distraction. But it's not, Andre, never tell you what's going to happen. Because let me tell you something.
Yeah,
if you feel like that,
remember, so the court still don't accept it yet, you know. The court reject it.
But what you know, Andre? Then feel like God asleep. Me, I go give you by now on Friday.
Yes.
I go get everything we go on with that thing. People are going to call in when know. If they may usually call in to know that this man has got such a manslaughter and know say him not guilty. You see people know, Andre, them are going to call you.
Yes.
And everything you are going to get it. I mean, no, say me, I got to put a program to listen. All sorts of things we never did talk about, but we never did hear. I go surface. Yeah, so that me have to say. Just look out for it. Me say you are going to get all calling. People are calling like, whoa.
All right. Me go watch your feet. Me go watch your feet.
Yes, just believe me. Watch it, Joel. No boy want somebody they do can't be secret. People are gonna talk when they say when they say it's a wickedness and it's a corruption.
Where say? Where? My name the call? Huh?
Remember the corruption I had idea from January, you know. everything that come to surface like submarine, you know. So everybody who know, I go just talk. I the people are calling that their identity and them are going to chat and say, what is wrong?
So you say I must make my program this week. Welcome to.
Well, it's a gonna be talk, and we now go come out for what you say hospital.
Yes.
Also have every little thing. But why them land on the same thing then because them are use them things. What are we keep to the people then, man?
Why I can't tell you shock shit. Even before everybody else see the news.
Mr. Andre, I am not sorry.
But shock shame, me get the news from early 4 o'clock this morning, you know. They say, Andre, this is what NNA going to do at XXX time, you know. And I say, backside when me there, don't have farm store and me see the news I drop. Mr. Courtney, you know, this the person said to me. And he must say, why teacher, why this a country really full up of corruption? Remember say, you know, before it break, you know, nationwide, have it up before the rest of news media, them. It never even discussed in a court yet, you know.
Remember saying they first nationwide do that, you know. And they first send them thing there, you know. They come out with things before court already, you know. Andre, best believe me. I say, we trust in a God. We say people are going to call in. We know you say I'll call the land.
No, I will speak on that. Nationwide getting that type of sensitive information before the court, even Jamaica is extremely corrupt. Yeah, man. Jamaica is extremely corrupt. So you see the agenda. That's why I'm not even talking about that case, you know. And one of the cases them that predate me as well, you know. Just like what you name my lady there, the young lady who used to go to prison, put used to go to prison one day with Andre when I celebrate. Yeah, man. Maitland. Me never talk about that case there. Because it predate me. It predate me coming on YouTube. It predate me coming live on TikTok and talking about these types of topics. So I never touch those cases. Carla, what's up? I never touched those cases. I was just watching and listening because I didn't understand the gravity of each of them. Now, listening to Talk Your Mind TV, At 5 Press, and others, I must say that I will say that this case is very suspicious. And the reason being is allegations surrounding Juliet Ole's name coming up. That is very suspicious. If there's any truth to that, deeper investigation needs to be exercised. But just like the lady said, God not sleep. So if these people are actually involved in any way, shape, or form in these alleged nefarious activities, trust me, God is going to expose them. God is going to expose them. It's not going to be normal. Active fire we are dealing with. God is going to expose them, ladies and gentlemen. Like up the life, you know. Just touch the little thumbs up symbol on YouTube, right up there, so somewhere up there, so. There's a thumbs up symbol. Just touch it and then you'll see on the middle of your screen, you can hit the like button and share the live. Share the live. Alright?
Phone when they use and when they call back the number from the phone, nobody know what answer because we did overwhelm on someone when we know some attack, you know.
Yeah,
if they can't get access to it, then we carry go which part the big decision come to the which part they can know why last man they call the phone. All I number them they call the phone. They feel like that they can't process. It can't process.
So all the phone they with belly said it have.
Yes, I me a talk about Andre. Where they know hand.
Colleen, I don't know nothing about that. If that was the case, that would be mainstream news. I don't know anything about that. Don't know anything about that, yeah?
Type back again, yes, I picked it and me pick me phone. Everything will come out, Andre.
Everything.
That real long time. And we best know so we believe in him. this now gonna slide with so because at that they want pin. Then Andre, when me say you see, like how him a murderer and what have you. They right up now since they have a one way on that side. Why not really to take offenders register now? Since I didn't know say that side of up, let it gonna make everybody see them now, no? You can't do it. Because majority over there so worse and want them over here so. It needs to let it go. Since as the people them
Me nah do a tit for that, you know. Team Opal what's up. Me nah do a tit for that. If you're wrong and you do nothing illegal, you're just wrong. Whether you're JLP and PNP. The party itself can't control you doing anything illegal. That would be stupid to even think. You can't blame it on the whole group. However, if you are doing things illegal and the party knows you're doing things illegal and then back your same way, that now you can put a label upon the party. You understand what I say? That's why I say Andrew not really deal with integrity because many different persons on Feme side were actually running the last election. Should not have been a part of his team. Andrew Wheatley, Bobby Montague. You feel what I deal with? That Marissa Dalrymple, them three that for sure should not. I mean, from in a flight green supposed to gone from in a pandemic. Surely right, no movement there. In break the rules them was not charged, suspended, and then them flip it and bring him back. You understand what I say? In a position now where in a position where him there. Yeah, Andrew does not even know what integrity means in terms of his own character. Like he doesn't embody any level of integrity. I'm sorry, like a zero, not even zero. You understand when you word you have to make up to it's not. It's absolutely not.
it since has been clean.
Shakespeare, me want them tell me, where was Joel and Sylvia the day or the night when the wife was said to be murdered? Was he in the house? Or is there proof that he was somewhere else? And if there is proof that he was somewhere else, do they have the evidence to prove that he was at that place at that hour and that time? How did his gun end up at that place? Remember they said, you know me, shut up my mouth because they...
But Andrew,
whole heap of questions surrounding that.
yeah,
Laura, what's up?
You don't feel like the fingerprint supposed to depend them two gunshots they would find in a woman's private part. Fingerprint supposed to depend them there, you know?
Like, this case is, bro, a lot of things in Jamaica, may I leave it up to God. You see, when you see some things happen to some people, and it gruesome, I want to go, oh my God. Listen. Trust me, if you knew the leisure that is dripping with blood on their hands, you wouldn't be in the same taxi with them. You wouldn't even, listen, you wouldn't be even in the same space. Me no want certain politician near me, you know. Me no want when lightning bolt a strike, you know. It grieves me, you know. Me can't tell you that, you know. Me no want certain politician near me. Me no want I see. If them they are east, me go west. Then they are north, me go south. If them they in the ocean, me find a mountain. You hear what me say? If them they are sea, me not gonna see that there. If me, hey, may I tell you I'm serious? I don't think I joke now, man. If me, I travel in a one plane, any plane, and certain politician they on the same flight, may I come off, may I change my flight, me take the money last, I'm coming off, me not going. If certain politician they on the same plane with me, me not going. That me I tell you no. Me nah go. My own mind I go tell me if I come off of this plane. Yeah. If I want boat, me nah go panic. Worse, me nah go panic. You know what I mean, guys? See? If I want a cruise ship with certain politicians, you're mad. You're mad, man.
Shame. We're just wait now. Them ask they ask me if cool off, you know, but my mouth I jump to start ask questions. And
Mr. Andre, it is a dirty job. It's a dirty job, but somebody have to do it.
And I go and see this. The amount of labor right to message my phone from 11 o'clock today about a time, you know, for take on the Julian chant this and that and reality. They are adamant, vehemently adamant to paint the PNP as a party of misogynists. We will not buy into the argument, Jamaica. The People's National Party, we are not misogynists. We love women, we respect women.
Of course.
We are dear women, and that is why we believe in due process. Let the court do what it must.
Listen. Remember say God's cool because he love you, you know. You understand? People misunderstand love and mix up love with spoiling. When you spoil somebody, they become rotten. They become no good. So when I hear them say, man will call out to man, when not do the right thing, it's love them. You want them to actually do better because they are better. Equally, if a woman, like your mother, your father, a woman call out, well, not publicly, but you know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship and a woman, in a one-on-one, say, you come to a point where she say, no, this, honey, you are wrong. I expect better of you. You are a man of integrity. This is not you. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And she stand her ground. She do it in a love. What's up, Rosalie? One TMF say, only Almighty can save us from this evil principality and powers. Of course. I'm not joking. You hear me? I tell her, Joy Barnes, how you doing, my baby? It's true. So, in love, God scolds us. In love, God give. Don't spare the rod and spoil the child. Do not spare the rod and spoil the child. So, when you hear us, as a matter of fact, I don't remember me going at any woman in the PMP, you know, man. I don't remember that. Damian Crawford got a warning. He even speak on Lisa Hannah. Andre spoke on that. He knows what he knows. I'm just observing and watching her now at this point. I have Lisa Hannah on my radar. I'm watching her very carefully. I'm watching her in this space very carefully. You understand? And I'm the type. Yo, I just leave that. Lock that in the back of my head. And from now, she dip on probation. Me watch her. And it's not that I disbelieve Andre. No, I don't. I don't disbelieve Andre. But I'm going to give Lisa Hannah slight benefit of the doubt to prove me wrong. And prove Andre wrong. Yeah, man. I'm going to give her the slight benefit of the doubt. Because I will be honest with you guys, I don't understand Lisa Hannah leaving politics. So if she should ever re-enter politics, and depending on how she re-enters, we're going to know. Because you see, you cannot hide, your true intentions from well-thinking, critical thinking people. We're going to pick it up. Even if, like me, I don't stress myself over it, I just watch and I observe and I allow you to prove yourself. I am very patient. I am very patient. Very patient. This is space and time. Oh gosh, man. Space and time. Space and time, Jamaica. Space and time. Your true person always comes out. Even in your personal relationships. Space and time. True individual will show themselves. If that girl or man, whoever, you know, you're in a relationship, if they truly don't mean you well, saying I love you and loving you is two different things. Saying I got your back and actually having your back is two different things. Saying I'm loyal but actually being loyal is two different things. You have to know the difference. You have to open up your cranium and look and say, oh, Zine, boom. Them show me this. Them show me that. Right? And like I said, me personally, I have had amazing experiences with women. True. Amazing. I have been blessed. I have been blessed to know first my mother and, you know, then meeting other females, other women along the way. And I have to tell you, there are some really wonderful women out here in this world. So when you hear me talk, it's because I know a good woman and then me see the other one and I say, oh my God. Lord have mercy. This is what we're doing? No. We have to do better because I know a good woman. You understand? We have to do better.
That is why me now, you remember, I'm going to say this too now. Me did do enough in a Donnelly case, so me never need to come over here at daytime and talk and say to the judge. I lie. See a way, Jamaica. I will make sure if I see this case going away that it's not supposed to go, I will use me one little studio here so, and I will bawl out, I will cry out, I will make justice happen for the defenseless Jamaica, because we must stand up on the principles of justice, highlight the criminality in this country, show them Jamaica that this is this and that is that. We want to know. We must know the true murder, and we must expose the true murderer. We must expose the plot of the enemy, Jamaica, because enough is enough.
Yes,
sorry. Later,
my
mother. Yeah, man. That's why I keep she breaks chain, you know. And them only pass something, and them only me say Ed boy, me mouth a jump for talk, you know. You know me have the question them for ask, you know, Ed boy.
I'm taking you. Hold it.
Hold it.
But you what? I have one.
Hold it, Andre. Hold it, bro. Yo, boy, for Andre show. Yo, I said, hold it. Hold it, Andre. Hold it, my boss. Hold it. No, that one is very, very sensitive and critical. I think this one needs some observation. This case needs some observation. You understand? It really does, because something just don't feel right. I don't know. You know, when you have that instinct like, oh, the details of the story, no. And if you're an investigator, you're supposed to have that innate ability to sense something is off based off the little that you have in front of you. You know, you can pick up and follow leads and, you know, look into certain things and like, you know what I mean? Let's explore this. Maybe there's something there. Hey, the man, them a try to tear down Will Rattigani. Will Rattigan is such a threat. People pray for Will Rattigan, you know? Pray for Will Rattigan. Will Rattigan is such a threat that this government don't want him to have nothing to do with the diaspora council. Will Rattigan is such a threat to their power ecosystem because he's an investigator, extraordinaire, a lawyer, a man of integrity, a man that knows how to probe him of a team, very intelligent, educated, fair in his analysis. Yeah, man. Listen, you see, even if you miss Rattigan show on Saturday, you have to watch it over throughout the week. Yeah, at the night time and best time, if you didn't miss it, telling you, listen to Mr. Will Rattigan. I was listening to the Rasta Bridge in the company. And if you might listen, and anybody know him, sir, start calling him them. Start calling name my politician them who own beachfront and a lack of a beachfront them from the people. Start calling name them. I don't business which side end upon. Start calling name them. Start calling name them. Me I beg you. Me I beg you, sir. We have fight for the beachfront them, the Rasta Bridge. Start calling name them. Yeah, man. Come with the proof, man. Come with the documentation. Me tired of all of the corrupt people in Jamaica. From the top, I don't business which side end upon. I am tired. Jamaica, I'm not tired. And that goes back to this life. Jamaica, what do you want? What do you want? I have learned a lot from Mr. Will Rattigan. A lot. The first person in here talk about the Hansard is Mr. Will Rattigan. I never knew that there was something called a Hansard. The next person that I heard in Parliament say it, I believe was Isaac Buchanan. Maybe somebody else before him. But Will Rattigan was definitely the first. But I never know you could go and get access to the Hansard for certain things. Like when them have debates for legislation. You know more I get my hands on. And I'm gonna ask Mr. Will Rattigan. I can't get his number. I'm gonna ask him, sir. I know you're busy. I need the Hansard for the IC. The Integrity Commission Act. We're debating it. How do I find the Hansard? Because I'm telling you, I'm going to be calling out some hella hypocrisies. You get me? Through that document. Because he said, Mr. Will Rattigan said that the government of the day, some of them in there, they saw the actual gaps in the IC report and the weaknesses. The IC, the Integrity Commission Act. And they did not change them. They did not amend them, ladies and gentlemen. So my question is, why is it that you would see a weakness in the legislation that is there, the act that is there to actually fight corruption and bring down corrupt people? Wouldn't you want to strengthen it to make sure that it's ironclad and you know anything and no act not gonna be perfect right off of the bat, but those gaps that you saw that was clear, straighten them, no man. Why wouldn't you want to straighten them? Because you want a loophole just in case you get catch. Guys, you see why it's important to have legislators that have integrity? You see why it's important to have politicians that we vote in to have integrity, and once that integrity appears to have vanished, You see why it's important that we must have some type of law to have them removed, because we're serious. That is a country that is serious about its country moving forward. You have to hold the person out there. With great power comes great responsibility. Right? We said the hard trust train me. What do you mean by that? Train it for?
Question, Doc, and it's my only question. Seeing that we are now in a period of transparency and holding people accountable, we're saying.
Yes.
I have a question for former attorney. Yes? The man from Barbican.
Yes.
Can we now bring forward that case in Barbican to say, because remember a man died in Barbican in a house, was unalive in a house in Barbican, you know. And to this day, he was unalive in the presence of a member of parliament. And nobody in Jamaica is saying anything about it. Ask the current EPP, where is that file on the incident that occurred at the house in Barbican? Is that file on file 13?
That is the Prime Minister's attorney, Patrick.
Yes?
Yeah.
And also Patrick Thiefing Bailey.
Yes, man.
Bailey, yeah.
We must bring back that case with you. We must bring back that case.
If we're going to have transparency, if we're going to deal with issues that like we're now dealing with them, we want to know what happened at Barbican. We want to know which sitting MP was present and what was his role. We want to know where was the gun. Was it the gun that honored the gentleman? Was that gun a gun that was featured in shootings in Newlands?
Wow. Wow.
So, seeing that we're in this era, let us know the right truck who has suppressed this case so skillfully and masterfully. Will you now come to the public as a true Minister of Justice? Because Ministers of Justice are supposed to be unbiased, you know.
True.
They're supposed to be unbiased. You don't do nothing but Lady Justice.
Yes.
Because there's a veil over our eyes that allows us to be blinded by the issue, by the individual.
See Lady Justice there. See Lady Justice there. See Lady Justice there. Lady Justice will stand in this case, Jamaica.
Let me tell you something. The truth shall set us free. And I have every ounce of faith in the Almighty God.
Yes.
He who has begun a very good work will complete it to the very end. Watch and see. You put me in my eyes. But there's much more I would say, and I know you could say it to teacher.
You know, I have about 30 questions to ask the prosecutor.
I have personally messaged you and tell you you need to your advocate. You can do anything that you wish. You are an extremely bright young man. You're an extremely intelligent young man. And let me tell you something. You would have been a damn better lawyer than the Kwashi Latchman who sent you the letter.
Oh, you mean the petty fagger? The petty fagger!
Yes, my name call and I feel say something about that said. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back. Yes, my name call. Something about that.
Come here, Jamaica! Come here! Take me warning! Take me warning, Jamaica! We're transactional whores. When we're them a woman, there is more to it than you can even imagine.
I see.
And then there are some who are suffering from the illusion of grandeur. The three harlots in the JLP who were once PNP, say them a the woman king. Yeah, so them a position themselves. Say them a woman king in Jamaica. Karen Cross and them say them a woman king. What can go so?
Oh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
When I thought of the woman king, I thought of people who fought for justice not people who are transactional whores. When I thought of the woman king, I thought of persons who are defenders of truth and justice, not persons who sully people's reputation. Remember how Karen Cross led reputational damage to say, oh, Mark Golding impregnated his wife when she was young and his wife was a house wet name. All of these people have done serious damage.
Nasty.
When Karen Cross led the assassination of Dayton Campbell, and she says she's a woman. And Dayton Campbell, and she says she's a woman king.
Nasty.
I have not seen where none of these women have stood up for the principles of justice. It has always been that they're Delilahs. So they are not women king Jamaica. You know what they are? The political prostitutes of Jamaica. They go to the highest bidder. They go to the highest bidder, Jamaica.
Jezebel spirit.
They go to the highest bidder.
Wow.
So I want them to tell us, Jamaica, where and them are women king. They are political whores and prostitutes.
Mighty God.
That's who they are. You know, see, none of them can come counter what I say all now. Them talking about they are the great reckoning that will destroy the pain.
Good morning. I am still here. Good morning.
Hey, Jezebel.
Hey, Jezebel. Good morning.
Delilah, you set up people to come kill me overnight. Delilah, good morning. Delilah, you get paid to kill me, but good morning.
Yes.
Come on, prophet.
Yes. Remember, good no man. Good morning. Some people I wish we see you dead. Yeah, let's us wake up and say, good morning. What a sermon from Mark Stewart. Good morning. Mighty God. Huh? Remember that. Political prostitutes, ladies and gentlemen. Political prostitutes. Rough. And I don't know, what is this destroy PMP? How do you destroy PMP but PMP win 14 seats? Wow, that was some destruction. Now if they had lost 4 or 10 or 5 more seats and have less than 10 seats in the house, well, ladies and gentlemen, them could have an argument. But how do you destroy the PMP when they gained in our thieving election? That they were disadvantaged. One thieving election process that they was disadvantaged and we still couldn't stop them from doubling the amount of seats that them get. Oh, the PMP is very powerful. The PMP is very powerful at this point. Ain't no doubt about it, baby. Mommy, mother, I want you to help me out and lend me a phone. I want you to help me out and lend me a phone. I'll come for the computer and use this. You just want to read one article. I want to read one article. I mean, it not open up on the computer, but I know it probably open up on the phone. This is very important. This is about the UHWI. We are going to talk about what name Christopher Tufton now, ladies and gentlemen. Use this. Use that. And you know, say the party. Me I listen to a while ago. I see him something there I listen to. Midday Connection. Yeah man, it's serious, man. Serious. Right, see they run out and I talk about oh wait a minute, what is? Oh God. Look on the young lady where the brother burn up. Look at. Look at. Oh God, you see that? Look at this. Look at this. No man. No man. Only 12 years you get. Go there. Aja. Aja. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. You see some of them politicians, huh? You see some of them politicians, huh? You see how them have these pictures and I post them on the media with this man, yeah? You see some of them politicians, yeah? Trust me. Trust me. Some of them JLP politicians, yeah? Look at that. You see? See how them have him? Him guilty, you know. But you see same energy media. I'm not come for CVM. I'm not come for no. That's about all I media them. You see same energy? When them man in the JLP start get extra diet and you see people handcuff the man and something there, make sure so you have them picture there up, you know. Yeah man, make sure so you ready with the camera, you know. Oh, what a day it will be when the criminal them get locked up. Oh, what a day it will be when the political criminal them get locked up. What a day it will be, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Telling you. So let's go to UHWI because Christopher Tufton feel like say him can escape the judgment. There will be no distractions. You understand? There will be no distractions. None. No distractions. At all. Alright, my people? Let's get to this. Come up, man. Come up. Give me a kiss. One kiss. Let's start the man fast, man. And do the right thing. I'm going to get to read the article yet, you know. More see what I go on, you know. With the UHWI, you know. Who that? Al Jermaine, Burrell, pick up yourself. Matthew in I place. Who else there? Let me see what I go on. Let me do a road call. Put a one in the chat if you're here on YouTube and you're glad to be here. Understand? If you're not sorry you're here, put a one in the chat. Winston, Denny, Simple Pebbles, Myrtle, Richard, Ralston, Radoston, Sean, Kemar, Joe, Lara, Felicia, what's going on? Crystal, Valerie. Oh, no day I wanna say hi to me. Gary, what you deal with? Garden, what I deal with? Chop all this. Ivan, Senior, Lloyd. What people there? Simone. What people there? Only big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. Linda, everybody. Only big up on yourself. Eldan, big up. Al Jermaine, Mafia ZZ, Dan, big up. Mafia ZZ, Dan. Am I bridging that? No, I don't know that bridging there. Simone, big up yourself. Archangel, big up. Think of the my bridging, you know. Felicia said, what can go so? They need up Dr. Carl Bruce like today. Man, me say, God and anyway, public concern about this article here. Gordon Robinson, a hospital sicker than its patients. Listen to this. A hospital sicker than its patients. Mighty God. Public concerns abound about a recent Auditor General report on the Hospital of the West Indies procurement practices. Much of and leg spin deliveries were bellowed in media, including those using distractions to confuse us regarding the Auditor General's subject and purpose. I listened with amusement on radio to a rambling cover version, It Wasn't Me by Christopher Tufton. Remember that. Where he relied on UHWI regional character, its partnership with the University of West Indies, making UHWI a teaching hospital, its proximity to privately owned Tony to its wing, and the best part, I only appoint 8 members on the board to obfuscate the fact that what the hell? No, hold on the people. I first been heard that. I have never heard that word. I've never heard it spoken. I have to go and look that up. Obfuscate. Meaning. It means to deliberate, making something unclear, confusing, or difficult to understand. Often to conceal the truth. Liard! 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 Man, use big word for Christopher Tufta. Liard! Means to deliberately make something unclear, confusing, or difficult to understand. Because, to be honest with you now, guys, when I was listening to Christopher Tufta on that interview on TV, I said to myself, what the hell is he talking about? It sounded exactly like what this person is saying, trying to confuse the issue when the issue is quite clear. But moving on. Zane, where am I? It wasn't me. Christopher Tufta relied on yes, board to obfuscate the fact that the Alger General was inquiring into expenditures of Jamaican taxpayers' money on contract government governed by Jamaica's procurement rules. So, I love this already because this person is focusing on the issue. What is the issue? The issue is this, ladies and gentlemen. The issue is this. Our tax dollars were misused. Period. So how can Christopher Tufta not take any responsibility? We were robbed of taxes. So how can Tufta not take any? As a matter of fact, Andrew only seen it too. Him are the leader of the party. Him are the prime minister. How can they not? It's like having a banking institution in Jamaica not properly regulated. Don't have the right license. It's operating without a license and goes unchecked. And the government does nothing. How do you have procurement, back up procurement, back up procurement? No paperwork at the UHWI. $520 million. And you want to tell us and talk about, listen, it's the board, you know. They are the ones that are solely to be blamed. What? Aren't you the overseer? Aren't you the regulator? Aren't you the head of operations? To make sure, oversee that things are operating the way it should, that people get proper healthcare services. All of that was broken down. And you want to blame everybody else but yourself, Christopher Tufta. I want to confuse us with rhetoric and nonsense that has not. I am so happy for this article. And I haven't even read, I read 3 paragraphs. Not even 3 paragraphs me don't read. Oh, this is an extensive article. Oh my God, Lord of mercy. Damn. Oh, they went in. No, they went, no. Guys, you know what? May I give back my mother her phone? Mama, come for your phone. The article is too long. I have to do a show on this alone. No. I have to do a show on this alone. I'm going what? 4 hours? Damn! No, almost 4 hours. Damn! Almost 4 hours my day alive. From BOLO V&R 2.0. No, true, you know, say. We start the live for a little bit after 11, you know. What time now? Yeah. We start the live for a little bit after 11. 12. 1, 2, 3. Little bit after 11. That means at any moment now, I'm going to hit the 4 hour mark. But you guys have been rocking out with me. So I'm rocking out with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Listen, for the persons on TikTok, make sure y'all go to my bio. And I'm encouraging you guys to subscribe to me. Subscribe to me. Support the platform. Get your subscription. Alright? Subscribe. Okay? I don't reach 50,000. 50,000 likes. I don't know why we're not doing this, you know. Oh God. Guys, anytime I come on live, what can go so? Anytime I go on live, the aim is 50,000 likes on TikTok. I don't put an aim on gifts, but there is an aim. It's automatically aimed. There's a goal right there. I don't stress that. Sometimes I forget to even pin it when it pops up. See it there? With the hat them on the mustache. Zine. And then, you know, my cash app is right there up the top right there. So that's the cash app. You want to cash app me? Right? Yeah. So there's ways to support. And it is within my own interest to point out to you the ways to support. Hitting the like button is also a way to support. Sharing the live. Boy, hey, Dan Smith, I don't know. We have women that are operating like political prostitutes out here talking about that they are women king. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, am I surprised? No. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. So, you know, given the fact that they support a party in the JLP that literally comes out and says just lies about a lot of different things, you know, and don't take accountability, don't have good character, none of those things. And them not have no shame neither. So they shouldn't be upset when I say what I say, which is the truth. You understand? Because them not have no shame. They are shameless. Shameless. Barefaced. Shameless. No integrity. None. I may challenge anybody upon that. In a debate. Anybody. You have to exercise integrity. You can't just say you have it. Most like if you're a man or woman of God, it has to be demonstrated through your livity, through your life and how you live. You can't just say, oh, I'm a man or woman of God. No. Demonstrate. Same. It's true demonstration. Respect. Big up yourself. Thanks for liking up the live. We're not going good. Oh, this fee plant? A fee plant? Oh. Yeah, man. Thank you, guys. Like up the live, man. Like up. That's it. That's it. All right. So, I'm going to end the live on YouTube. Big up on yourself. If you haven't hit the like button, hit it now. All right. Before you go. Thank you. Safona RS. Safona on for 4 hours. No, sir. But this start this live later, 2 hours this depart. But when this start TikTok is same time. Yes, so the people on TikTok again, remember go to my bio. The link to my YouTube is in my bio. Go to my bio and make sure to subscribe here. That is it. Alright, see you guys later. I hope you guys got value from the conversation, and I hope it sparks some critical thinking, and you know, like we really need to figure out what we actually want. Yeah, man, just really need to seriously consider what is it that we actually want, and then we work towards it. You get me? All right. Sooner or later, my people. Oh wow, sorry. Good day, how you doing? I end when I end the live accident, I see your name pop up on the side. I'm gonna follow you still. You're welcome. Bye. One ain't it that?
Just because the enemy was silenced in the course of heaven does not mean he won't try to deceive the believers. And deception.
Mr. Prime Minister, we need an explanation why them American soldiers they don't have waterfront in the sea water. I beg you, sir, give me heads up and make we know what we feel look out for whatsoever. Because me have my family, them, and me have my friend, them, and me have everybody safety in Jamaica. So, Mr. Andrew Wallace would like to come out today and tell me how they married the out in the waterfront. Please, sir, give me an explanation why these soldiers, them American people, them in a waterfront so near in Jamaica, them there.
Yo, no, this serious thing, you know, me, you know, say, me never really look into it, but me see what I look for it on TikTok and me see some like some war ship or war boat out at sea. No, what is going on in Jamaica? My God, ladies and gentlemen, have a good evening here. Please hit the like button before you go. Look at more. Yo!